Welcome back everyone to Skirmishing 102, where today we are redoing our run of Breaching the Necromancer's Gate. This time we are doing the duo version in red line to see how this works. Well, we might as well take care of this guy quickly. So far, we've just seen a couple of normals in here, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. But I am sure at some point we are going to run into an elite or a signature or something like that. And of course the lieutenants, they are going to be... Okay, there was a signature. Ah, here we go. Signature. Oh, is that a Hawking Pounder? Well then... let's make sure that we have the drop on him when we take care of that one. Because Hawking Pounders, they love to bash our soldiers in the head. Now, let's see. Let's try to take care of this one first. Alright, we're going to get the Hawking Pounder alone. Alright. I guess we can live with that. And now you. At least he goes down quickly. But I don't think the problem is going to be when I have one or two. So I think taking care of the Hawking Pounder shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think the real problem is going to come when we have to deal with several at a time. No. No bashing the soldier in the head. Yeah. It's certainly a lot faster to make a kill, that's for sure. Server is wanting to take a couple of rests tonight. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do about that. Now, can I move quickly enough? I really should have gone in forced march first. Let's see. Ah, alright, I got to the edge just in time. Good. Alright, who's the lieutenant? Priestess of Flame. Well, that's not going to be good. We'll just try to Raku yourself. And okay, that takes care of you. Now for the priestess. I'm surprised she hasn't put anything on fire yet. I mean, that's one of her favorite occupations. Ha! Gotcha! Interesting that she qualified for doing that, but the orc didn't. Ha! Gotcha! There you go. Now how are we doing? Alright. That was straightforward enough. But of course that was just a small little wave. That was a full wave all at once with the lieutenant. So it was good that I survived on that. Oh yeah, I just ripped through that. Yes, the red line seems to be working pretty well. Apparently I kill them before they could damage me too much. I guess that was one possibility. Yeah, much faster. Hold on, there you go, and your turn. Yeah, I know it's rather ineffective to use Javelin of Deadly Force on a single target, but or I should say inefficient at least. But that's all I had at the time. I wasn't going to be switching lines in order just to do that attack. Maybe throwing a javelin wasn't the optimal thing to do at the time. I just wanted to just gain its attention, that's right. There you go. Your turn now. And you're not going to be happy about the results, I think. Neither are you. Alright, now. That takes us past them, so... Oh! I missed you! How about that? And you. A lot of hails in here. Well, I suppose that's go. Now, let me see. If I stay at the edge here. Alright, let's wait for him to. Alright, it's safe now. Sometimes when I'm trying to do a group 1 solo, I forget. Oh, an elite. I guess that's a good one to try out then. Preferably before this Daywalker Berserker does too much to me. Let's see. Alright, now you. I'll take care of you, then I'll take care of you. Let's see. Well, I suppose if there's a time to get stunned, it's when I can't do anything to the opponent anyway. It's when he stuns me right after dropping the shield that really annoys me. Well, that and of course this big bag of damage absorption, but he goes down. Actually, I don't think that was all that too bad. So far I think I've been able to handle everything they've been able to throw at me. We're 7 minutes in. Which I think is a reasonable time. So let's head on our way and see the next area. Alright, so that's 2 wards. We've got 2 more wards, of course, plus the Sorcerer's Ascent, then the boss fight, and a couple of... Okay, let's take care of the Deathmonger. The encounter mobs, they're going to be probably the tough ones in there, since those are going to be elite masters. Hey, I don't think I ordered to be mobbed. I'm sure I didn't ask to be mobbed. Let's take care of the gate captain. Oh, did they both go down at the same time? How nice! That I could handle. Alright, there you go. And it's your turn. Let's see. Gate captain. Oh, this one. Shepherd of Filth. Oh yes, I get to... Yes, I know I could have waited on that one, but I decided, alright. And okay, let's go, let's go. Oh yes, I think that one works very, very well. I just have to remember what it's called. I know I talked about it, I named it a couple of times during the last episode, but I forgot the name of that game. But I just remember what I have to do in order to set it off. I guess that's the more important thing to remember in any case. And it is your turn. I mean, remembering the name and not knowing how to use it, that's a pretty big problem to have. There we go. Now this is the third ward in 10 minutes. All right. Now this shouldn't be too much trouble, I would think. I was worried about the counterattacks, what would be happening with them, but we'll see how much I can do in here. Oh, you're a signature. Yeah, I had to finish off. I gave the warg a priority there, despite the fact that we had Mr. Summoner over there. Alright, now the second bit. Who's here next? Oh, an elite! Okay, well, I guess I'll just stay off the Shepherd of Filth for now. Now I can do the Shepherd of Filth. Yeah? Are you ready? There you go. Come, your crawlers. They will die just as soon as they come up. That's the way to handle them. Alright. A snarl echoes from the fourth. Oh, alright. That's the one that when I started this entire mess, the one that was at the solo one, when I was doing the solo one where I missed an encounter. This is the encounter that I had missed. Let's see, Hulking Pounder. There we go. That way I won't have to worry about trying to deal with a Gate Warden and a Hulking Pounder at the same time. Okay, there we go. We have to see how this warg works at the Elite Master level. And there we go. Nice and interrupted, so you don't kill my soldier. I know, being very protective of the soldier considering the scenario that the soldier doesn't do all that much these days. Alright, let's see how I do against this unbuffed. And if anything goes wrong, well then I could always retry it with a little bit of a buff, right? Okay, alright, let's see. We have so far. He doesn't seem to be doing too much to me. I guess that's fine on there. At this rate, because I'm at Gambit Chain 3, so I mean, okay, so I've hit Advanced Techniques 2, and he doesn't survive long enough to get to 3. All right. Red line rips through them, that's for sure. Alright, there we go. Now, that's right, because they do have, I can't remember, that wasn't really a real Elite Master, because of course, the nerf, the duo, because of course it's duo mode, and in duo mode, they nerf them a little bit since duo mode is just pretty much a nerfed 3-player version. So I will say it'll be more interesting to see what happens when I do it, I guess next week, when I do it in Small Fellowship, and see if they're as easy to get through them, or if it was just that debuff that they have for being in Duo that makes the difference there. I can tell you how far to push things and stuff like that. Now, of course, the advantage of playing it in duo, now, of course, it's a lot better to do it. Duo is a lot better, of course, if you got, I guess, someone with you. I mean, other than a skirmish soldier. But the primary advantage of doing duo over solo is, of course, more mobs. That means more XP. And while XP, of course, at level cap doesn't mean much, but are you done with that? And while XP doesn't mean much at level cap, it is getting near the rewards season, so it might be a good idea if I could finish things off before the end of the season. I think we got, I guess, about a week left. Something like that. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, 6.5 days, more likely. But alright, let's do an anniversary event because I got a steel token out of that. Alright, now. So we had no trouble with the encounters. I'm sure they'll be a lot tougher when I do the small fellowship version. I mean, there is no way that a real elite master will be that easily smashed up. And we'll see. If I am eating my words next week, then maybe a red line is better than I think. But I suspect that my morale is going to be going down a bit, because I think there are a couple of times where it went down a bit during the solo run. Priest of Vengeance. A Priest of Vengeance that's alone. Ha 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 ha! How about that? Poor guy. No one to throw the blades around. So we'll just have to... Oh. Was there somebody else? No. I mean, he did the motion as if he were throwing the blades around somebody, but it was rather useless because there was no one to throw them around. Alright. Let's wait for the nasty to run by or fly by. Oh, well, that could be a bit of a problem. That could be a real big problem. Alright, that's the biggest potential. Oh. Really? Well, we'll take care of that. There you go. And now... Oh! That's what happened. I was wondering, wait a minute, because I ran into 3 hails, and I said, what? No, that can't be it. There's got to be more than that. And it looks like there are 2 of them stuck on each other's heels way back there. I wonder how long it'll take them. Now, I know it looks like 1, but it's actually 2 that are all right on top of each other, and that always causes all sorts of weird stuff when it happens. Okay, the Death's Echo is down, so... No, it's not 2. It's only 1. And... Oh, no, it is 2. Okay, see? I couldn't even tell that was 2 up close. I was thinking I must have miscounted or something. But no. Another Death's Echo? Echo of Death? Well. Alright. So this one's an elite, so I do expect there to be only 2 in this case. Oh. I wonder why he was trying to heal somebody. Because he was the one who was most hurt in that case. I guess it was a preemptive heal. Because I did notice the morale upticking on that one. Come on. go. Ah, good. And by the time I get up there and the boss arrives, the Death's Echo will no longer be there. Yoo-hoo! Somebody who shouldn't be here has arrived! I think we're making pretty good. Now, we did hit the 20-minute point now, so it looks like it's going to be about 22 minutes overall, which I guess for doing it in the small fellowship mode, I mean not small, duo mode, not the small fellowship mode. I gotta remember that because there is going to be a difference there. I am sure the time won't be as good when we do it at that point. There you go. Now we are done. Let's take the final flag. And get, I guess, our mandatory bounty there. And that is it for this episode. And we'll see you next week when we are going to try this in small fellowship mode to see whether or not we get pounded or whether we run through them. And that's for the next episode of Skirmishing 103.